Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm your host, Lisanne Faye. And, well, first things first, I've got some major loot to grab. That is my first order of business today. My next order of business is to actually go and assign tasks to my advisors, because they have been taskless for a month. So, yeah. Just to give you guys an idea as to how things are going time-wise in the real world compared to posting time. Had a very busy month. That is to say, between this last episode and this episode, those two I'm filming together. But the episode before that was like a month previous. Which I may or may not have mentioned. In my last episode. You know, but sometimes life happens. Can you, like, not be right there? Why do you guys insist on this? What's that? Ah, blessed blades. I see. So yes, that is a Templar ability. Okay, I know that cave's there. I've been through that cave. The cave I am looking for is over here, where I came out of that cave, because it was right across the way. So, generally speaking, when you see these little shapes, that is the estuary I'm holding. So that's what I look for. And, ooh, nice. No! Crap. Okay, more than likely, someone in my party doesn't have a belt. You're kidding me. Alright, fine. Have I picked up anything else? Where that? That. Thank you. Take. Grab the obsidian. That's a really interesting object. But that, I think, is all I want to do out here in Crestwood for the time being. So, yeah, because now you just want me to do requisitions, game. So we shall return to Skyhold. Have I found any more artifacts? I didn't think I had. Black Wolves. Divine Justinia. The fifth? The fifth. Also, Revered Mother Dorothea. For more history of Divine Justinia V and Leliana, please go see Leliana's song, in order to understand how they met. Alright, new operations available. Well, this looks nice. There's not a campground here. People aren't loitering about here.
Could be better. Someone left sliced plums on the windowsill again. The juice is attracting flies. There are spiders everywhere. The plums were right in front of me, but can't quite recall who took them.
And we have a tavern, which we shall explore later. First, I need to assign tasks. And the hall. The hall is starting to get put together.
Bag of turnips into the fire. Oh, make it. The smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
Strange. Alright. Operation time. And they haven't fixed this. That's okay. That's stonework and masonry. And not many people will see that. Ooh, what do I want? Okay, get focus, which would be nice long term. That's for... Yeah, those aren't as useful. Connections could be useful. No, I don't really always invest well in here. Friends in high places. Rare stocks, favor for favor. Sterling reputation. Okay, back. And the Inquisition itself, history knowledge. Actually improve. The amount of stuff I can carry. Yeah, I'll write. I'll actually do that now. Ooh. Okay. Think all of my...
Can you arrange what we discussed earlier, Ambassador?
I found the money. The Inquisition will compensate the families of those we lost at Haven.
Thank you.
Okay. Ambassador Montelier, please assure the Inquisitor of my deepest regards. Work on the memorial proceeded without incident, and it was unveiled to a crowd of almost 1,000. May it stand forever as a testament of the tenacity of the faith in times of great peril. Marquis Durelion. We have our first group of recruits. I will continue to search for more. Now the tricky part, training. Cullen. Inquisitor. Well, that was bracing. A pitched battle with evil mages disguised as kitchen servants, fireballs flying and swords flashing. It brings back old times. I won't be eating anything coming out of those kitchens for a while, let me tell ya. I wonder if they were going to poison me. Nasty little cultists. Anyhow, I'm grateful for the Inquisition's help. We wouldn't have found them without you. King Alistair Theron. Hooray. Gain some influence in a Ferelden Medallion of Service. Okay. Alright. This will go quickly.
Let us begin.
So accept that. Orzamar's friendship. We have received a message from Orzammar, knowing an ancient darkspawn threatens Thedas. King Balin officially declared his support for the Inquisition. Josephine, I would advise sending a delegation to Orzammar as soon as possible to cement this alliance. Very well, do so. Find Crestwood's mayor. Reports of darkspawn activity upon the waking sea. Search for the hack rider. Darling, I would not trouble you normally. You have enough on your shoulders, fighting ancient Deventer magisters while representing your people. Unfortunately, these rifts that plague this land have spread chaos and fear along with them, and many seek to take advantage of it. Bandits are attacking Clan Lavalin. The raiders are well armed and heavily armored. and they come in numbers our hunters cannot match. We have settled in a small unclaimed valley not far from Wycombe, a safe place with few rifts, but these bandits may force us to seek a new home. If your Inquisition can help, you might save our clan much hardship. Could have Liliana handle it. Or Colton.
Let's see what we have.
So Liliana, you're gonna go look for the main problem. Dorian's request. Now that you're in charge, there's something I thought I'd bring up. There are Venatori mages out there lurking in the wilderness. This comes as no surprise to you since you can't swing a dead cat without hitting one of Corypheus's minions, but these particular Venatori have additional significance to myself. For one, I know them personally. I would call them friends, except that would imply I didn't want them dead, which I do. Since I have an idea of where they might be, thanks to an investigation I began before coming south, I thought we could put our heads together and track them down. At which point they would sneer something at you in Tevinter, and you would be forced to kill them, which makes everyone happy. You for eliminating a potential threat, me for eliminating men and women too stupid and short-sighted to be permitted to continued breath. They would be less happy, but who cares about them? Up to you, my Lady Inquisitor. Okay. Carefully and quietly. And former Templars. I don't know. What do I want to send Colin to do? Darkspawn activity. There are reports of Darkspawn activity on the Storm Coast. While this area is sparsely populated, the Darkspawns pose a significant threat to travelers as well as to Inquisition soldiers stationed on the coast. Should the Darkspawn branch away from the region, villagers further inland may be at risk. Okay, determine where they're coming from. Keep wanting to have Liliana do things. Observing the deadlock. Which one's this one? It was to be expected. In the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes by crafting an alliance of their own. For now, they seem mired in arguments of seniority. It will be a long time before any of them threaten our standing. Sure, Colin.
Inquisitor.
You can handle it. I have no patience for this. All right. Ah, yes, right. Because I requested trainers. Oh dear, I have a prisoner. Oh yes, I do. So, I have 3 people to talk with. There is your trainer. That is all she goes by. Vias Anaxis, and who I will be talking to, Commander Helene.
Hold and declare, Inquisitor.
Hello.
What do you mean?
I ask your intent. I was summoned to oversee training, and I would know my charge. I am your commander in this matter, Commander Helene.
Welcome.
Thank you for coming, Commander Helene.
Commander will suffice, recruit. I teach the skills of the Knight Enchanter. It is a rank. It is a life. Understanding its hierarchy is the first step.
I never noticed
You
she was
already
also
know
an elf.
this. You were not made Inquisitor and then taught to lead. I will teach you how to rise to your place. How to join your warriors, spectral blade in hand. How to command the ranks while standing beside them. Are you ready?
Who granted your rank? What forces have you served with?
I cannot say.
Then how do I know you're capable?
You know because I have told you. And I will teach you the same authority.
Tell me why this would best suit me.
I cannot. Only you know if you are fit to lead with more than maps. Do you have the mettle to raise a blade in grand melee? To have your presence make heroes of your charges? This is a path for leaders. You tell me if you are worthy.
Alright.
I'm ready to learn what you know.
Then we will begin the simple steps, recruit. And we shall see what heights you reach. You have a task, a simple construction. Go, learn, and return. Soon you will lead from the front. Soon you will command.
Okay. Right. So, the thing is so those wisp essences, those are the special item that you have to go and grab for this. Each of the 3 specializations requires that. So I mentioned before, there's 2 other trainers. There is your trainer, who is the Rift Mage teacher, and you have to go find books. Then there is Vias Anaxis, who is the Necromancer trainer, and for him, you have to go find skulls. Each of these items, there's 3 of them, for each one. They're all on different maps. It just so happens that the wisp essence that you need for the Night Enchanter path, the way of the Night Enchanter, they're found in the Thalamire. Yep, Thalamire, right there. And, well, given that I've kind of already gone through the Thalamire and picked up the stuff there, that's why I already have that. So, ultimately, what I need is to acquire writing on Night Enchanter methods. Which...
Word is the courts in Royale are full to bursting.
Distractions everywhere. No one has time for proper arguments.
A land needs law.
Or it's decided on the roads. I know.
requires that I go and see the resident Night Enchanter. Oh, hey, look, it's the cover of the Masked Empire. Read. Construction report, surfacing. Paint, plaster, tile, plaster, stone. Previous occupants have redressed over and over. Most are solid, some I would strip down to the stone. The strength of this place is the foundation. Are we here for the long term, or is the Inquisition temporary? M-cell masonry. Do it right, the Inquisition is only temporary if we fail, and we're not failing the Inquisitor. Sir Morris, Quartermaster. Oh, thank you, Morris. Way of the Night Enchanter. From rank and rule in victory. Commander Helene's words make one passage stand out. Many are reluctant to include the rank, but that is because it is rare enough that they have not seen it deployed. Most change their mind when they fight alongside. All change their mind when they fight against an account. The training was not pleasant for me. When first I exited my circle, I was a babe new to the world, and then I was in battle, in defense of nation and name, and the lines did form, and my fellow mages took their positions in the rear, and I stepped forward. Then my place in the fray opened, and those of muscle and blade were around me, and I was not afraid, for I knew my role and worth, and soon did all others know them as well. Any concerns I had that the knights would not heed evaporated. All knew their rank, their place, and the value of their lives. Our blades were of different ken, but our purpose was clear and defined. On the field, in the battle, I command. Detailed principles and examples of command follow. Okay, sure, I'm up here. I'll talk.
Yes, my dear.
Investigate.
I wanted to ask you about the Circle of Magi.
Of course. What do you wish to know?
If the Circle disbanded, how can you still belong to it?
The circle is an idea, my dear, and an idea cannot be dissolved. Many of the first enchanters voted for rebellion, caring little that anything short of a unanimous decision would pit mage against mage.
Haven't I
Rather
heard this
than
playthrough?
dissolving it, Grand Enchanter Fiona's vote split the circle in two. The rebels follow her, the loyalists follow me.
I have talked to you about this. Right. Oh, I'm gonna need to check that. Oh dear. Dorian, you're not in your usual spot.
Always with the questions. What will people say?
That I'm an inquisitive inquisitor?
I should go.
As you wish.
Alright. What's up here? Hello, Liliana.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies.
Well, I am
Our
a
agents
mage.
will monitor the situation.
Please.
If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
Don't kill them.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. She kills with kindness.
That she does.
Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
The Divine's death hit you hard. How have you been feeling?
Oh, you are referring to my outburst in the Haven. I am much better now. Justinia was such a dear friend, and there were so many things going wrong.
Things going wrong? I'm shocked.
I was there when the hero Ferelden defeated the Archdemon. We won the day, and I thought the Maker smiled on me. When the Divine requested my help, I went to her. I owed her that much. I sacrificed so much to do the Maker's work. But now, Justinia is dead. I was angry. I felt betrayed. But I shouldn't have let my emotions get the better of me. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You were grieving and upset. I understand.
It's
Thank
true.
you. Now enough of this. Let us think more pleasant thoughts.
You know what? Yeah.
In Redcliffe, you sacrificed yourself so that I could return here.
Of course I did. One small life in exchange for a second chance at history. I always loved a bargain.
It was still a sacrifice, and still noble.
And I would do it again.
Any updates?
Anything I should know?
It seems that the Orlesian army is awaiting our next move.
Oh, great.
Some of the generals are sympathetic to our cause. Others are still suspicious. Our actions are under a great deal of scrutiny.
Great.
I'll leave you to your work.
Alright. Quick way down. Because no fall damage in Skyhold. So here we have the telling of the Inquisitor so far. The breach opening. Oh gosh, I'm blanking. Probably recruitment and whatnot. And then recruiting the mages. And the destruction of Haven. And the ascension into Skyhold. It does progressively, like, get a larger and larger scale. As you complete more quests, which is why I like 90% certain that it actually is the tale. Oh, and look, and there's the writings on a Rift Mage.
My friend.
We'll talk
I'll
later.
save that conversation. I've got to go talk to people. 'Cause apparently there's a quest. Oh god.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in full redoubt.
Great.
The knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
Okay.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Okay.
Where do we begin?
Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Great. Yes, that was the exclamation point. Alright. I'm gonna say hi to Varric.
That got a little heated. Are you all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
I actually do believe him. Because he also made the good point of that if Hawk had been there, Hawk could have been dead too. So.
I know, Varric. You never would have kept quiet otherwise.
I keep hoping none of this is real.
We all hope
Maybe
that.
it's all some bullshit from the Fade and it'll just disappear.
I thought dwarves didn't go to the Fade.
Better. I'm sorry.
You're still okay, Varric.
Worship?
Yep. Alright. Okay, Nightingale. Our operatives harassed the enemy and created enough confusion for the Dalish to withdraw safely to a more defensible area. After investigation, your suspicions were correct. These are bandits in names only. They wear no colors, and they are mercenaries, bought and paid for by Duke Antoine of Wickham himself. It is unclear what caused Antoine to turn on the Dalish, but he should not be trusted. In public, he fully supports the Inquisition, even pledging gold to our coffers, but he has a private agenda, currently unknown. I can continue gathering information, but suspicions in Wycombe are high after the bandits ran into trouble, and any sabotage inside the city runs a high risk of detection. So. Okay. Eliana, you're gonna go do that.
Let's see what we have.
Anyways, that is where I'm going to end this episode. I'm gonna thank you all so much for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, take care. Have fun. Happy trails.